Stop putting pressure on yourself about not being where you want to be. Now in this video I wanted to discuss about the pressures that we put ourselves in when it comes to getting the goals that we want and striving towards something that we're really passionate about. Now a lot of the time we tend to put a lot of pressure on ourselves about achieving all of these things that we're really passionate about getting towards. So let's break it down into some simple steps to help you get towards those goals that you want to without feeling like you have to put this unwanted pressure that inevitably leads you to feeling depressed and like you're not going to achieve those goals. So first of all, we need to eliminate this idea that you need to put pressure on yourself. You don't need to put pressure, and we tend to look at other people and other people's successes and think that we're one step behind. Now we need to make sure that you're focused on yourself. The goals that other people are striving towards, they might not be your goals entirely. They have their own successes, they have their own steps. It might have taken them a lot longer, they may have started before you, they may have started way after but seen some kind of luck or pressure, or they know some people. But either way, they are not you. So you shouldn't feel like comparing yourself towards other people about the goals that you have set in mind. So don't put this unwanted pressure on yourself based off of other people's successes. It's down to you and you alone. Now, another thing to point out is your successes versus failure. Now, if you fail, we have this assumption that that's it. We're never going to get to the goals that we strive for because we're ultimately going to continue to fail. And the main thing here is that that's the whole point of the journey. You make mistakes, you learn from them, you find a solution and you move forward. It's not you failed, that's it, start from scratch or give up entirely. That's obviously not how we want things to go. We want to see success, so we need to make sure we learn from any mistakes that we make along the process. Now another thing to look at is the intent of what you're striving towards. Now if you're striving towards having a house or having a certain career or earning a certain amount of money, we need to make sure that you're doing it for the reasons that matter to you most. So it comes down to things like your core values and your belief systems and what you feel is going to bring you some sense of purpose, fulfillment and happiness. Those are three key things that we're looking for when it comes to heading towards the goals that we want. That's how we tend to alleviate some of that unwanted pressure and understand that we're still on the right journey because we're doing things that are going to benefit ourselves as well as those closest around us. So now that we have that idea, we need to put some practical use towards this striving towards our goals and managing the expectations that we have on ourselves about getting to those goals. Now, something that most businesses use, and it's something that I use as a coach as well, whether that's health and fitness or whether it's someone's career or even just their life goals. We look at something which is called the SMART goal principle. Now, the SMART goal principle is a breakdown of being able to strategize a plan to get you towards the goals that you want. You can review this goal as many times as you like and make sure that you're on the right track. Now these goals can be anywhere between a day to a week to a month to months to years to a whole lifetime. You can set a SMART goal which will eventually lead you to the successes that you want. So the SMART goal breaks down into the 5 key things. We're looking for something specific, something measurable, something achievable, something realistic and within a time frame. So we have 5 key things that we need to make sure we hit for us to be able to make sure that we're heading the right direction towards the goals that we want. So let's use an example that I use with a fitness goal. So let's say, for instance, you're trying to lose some weight. So first of all, someone comes up to me and they says, "Look, Anthony, I want to lose some weight." Okay, perfect. How much are you looking to lose? Roughly a few pounds. I want to get back to a certain shape that I was a few years ago. And I don't really care when it happens as long as it happens. Now, that's a vague goal. Now, we do have a goal in mind, which is they're looking to lose weight to get to a certain physique or a certain shape that they had in their previous years. But it's not something specific. We go through this pattern of Is it specific? No, they've just said they want to lose weight. Is it measurable? Well, we can probably do it by popping on some scales every now and then, or for them to try on some clothes. Is it achievable? Well, we have no idea, because I don't know what we're specifying towards, or if it's within a time frame, and I don't know if it's realistic, again, because their size might have been 3 or 4 sizes worth of a difference. They might need to lose 15 pounds, or it could be 3 stone. We don't know, because there is no specific plan in mind. So now we have to break it down into the SMART goal principle. So now we're going to say we want something specific. So how much weight are you looking to lose? I'm looking to lose around 2 stone. So we're looking at 2 stone. It's about roughly 28 pounds. Okay, so 28 pounds. How are we going to measure that? Well, we've got a few areas we can measure it by. Rather than just popping onto a set of scales that you might have at home, we can do tape measurements. We can get you trying on clothes that you previously did fit in that you're looking to get into, and use that as a form of weighing yourself. We could take progress pictures from week 1 to week 4 and onwards. But we're going to set this in stone, so we're going to make sure we're going to do your body weight measurement on a set of scales, and I'm going to get you to do a tape measurement, which is the 5 key areas, which is around your arms, your chest line, your waist, your hips and your thighs. Now we have a clear idea as to how you're progressing from, and we're going to measure that over a period of 1 to 2 weeks. So you're going to check yourself on the scales once a week, and every couple of weeks we're going to check your measurements to see if there's any changes. Perfect. We now have something specific and something measurable. Now, is it achievable? Well, 14 pounds can be pretty 28 pounds can be pretty achievable, as long as we get the right time frame. So we need to identify whether or not it's realistic in the time frame that we have in mind. So these 3 key things come together. So the time frame is, let's say in a month's time, there's no chance we're going to be able to lose that amount of weight in a month's time. So let's break this down into a simple goal. Now, we know on average, if you make some form of a change in your physical health as well as your eating habits, you can lose roughly 1 to 2 pounds a week. So now we have an idea as to how much you could potentially lose in a period of time. So we could break this down now between 4 to 6 months. So we know that it can be achievable and it's realistic within a time frame of 4 to 6 months. So now we go back through the whole thing. We have something specific. They're looking to lose 28 pounds. Is it measurable? We're going to set ourselves on a set of scales, and we're going to check your body measurements through tapes. Is it achievable? Yes, because we know that we can do it in a 4 to 6 month period in the time frame, and it's realistic. Perfect. We now have a very specific goal that we can use to make sure they're on track. And with that set 4 to 6 month goal, every 4 weeks we can review it. We can say, how have you gone on in this 4 week period? Have you lost your, say, 4 to 6 or 4 to 8 pounds? Let's have a look. No, we haven't. Now we need to address this specific goal again, this SMART goal again, to make sure that it is achievable. Perfect. We keep reviewing it until we get to the goal in mind. Now, that's what we want when it comes to managing our expectations as to what we should be achieving. So if you feel like you're burdened with this excessive amount of, I need to achieve this in this amount of time, let's look through this SMART goal principle so that you can manage that expectation. So you're not putting too much unwanted pressure on yourself, and you have a clear goal in mind, and it's manageable, and you can review it as many times as you like, and the process can take time, but you know where you're going to because you've set a SMART goal principle. So that's the thing that we're looking for here, to manage your expectations on your goals and taking that unwanted pressure off yourself, because we don't want that unwanted pressure, because that's going to cause you to make mistakes and it's going to cause you to quit, and that's something that we don't want. So hopefully that makes sense, and I've given you some kind of a tool that can help you towards achieving any goal that you want, whether it's your career, whether it's a certain amount of money, buying a house, having a car, building a good relationship. Setting yourself a SMART goal principle is the way forward for you to achieve what you want within your life. And again, everything we're doing is for finding purpose, a sense of happiness and fulfillment within your life. So thank you very much for watching. As always, please like, subscribe and share this around, and I hope this helps you on your journey to finding the success that you want within your life.